Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. We are live to another edition of the multi-dimensional world of Dr. G. What's going on, everybody? Looking around over here, I got a lot of lights. As you can see, I got a different looking setup today, so I'm trying to get a little comfortable with it. That being said, let's go ahead and kind of kick it off. I kind of wanted to talk about a couple different things that I was kind of dealing with today. Because again, this is the place where we rant and kind of like share everything that's going on in our head and everything that went on in my day, and hopefully get a little bit of interaction with anybody that's out there watching, listening, whether it's live, whether it's later, it doesn't matter. But we're gonna go ahead and make it happen. So if you look at my background, I kind of got that retro vibe to it because I'm a retro kind of a person. I was listening to my favorite playlist. You got the Bee Gees going, playing a little bit of video today. I actually paused it and switched gears, so I want to make sure I got some content put out there today, and kind of chat about my day a little bit as well. Hopefully, I'd like to hear about yours. But till that happens, you're just gonna hear about mine. All right. So first and foremost, I kind of want to kick off with how difficult it can be starting your channel, and it kind of be a little embarrassing at the same time. Now, for myself, I pushing the 50, I'm not too far away from 50, and I've done a lot of different things in terms of what I like to do for fun and professionally and all those different things. And one of the things that I've always kept my hand in is just kind of a little bit of like, whether it's comedy, whether it's media, whether it's radio. That's kind of always been my background since, I got out of the military. I mean, I went to radio school in Huntington Beach, California, and I remember working for K Beach 88. It was one of those things that was really cool. Got an experience, learned about radio, learned about how to do the weather, all of that good stuff, vocal training. Obviously, I'm a little rusty because I'm doing the because normally I like to plan. I know I do a lot of presentations and I have everything scripted and structured out, but in this case, I wanted to try to where I'm just free flowing, and I have a lot to say, but I just haven't really formulated it, I guess. So I kind of have an idea, but I'm just going kind of with it, just unfiltered and seeing what comes about of it. And this is a little bit different for what I'm used to. However, I'm making it work. Webcam, obviously, you got a little background here going on, and you can see, look at my hands, the whatever that is. But it's kind of different. Technology's come a long way from when I started messing with all this stuff, and I try to keep it as authentic as I possibly can, just being real with you. Uh, Literally, I'm in my Mimi's clothes. I got my clothes I'm about to go to sleep in. And just before I go to bed, I kind of want to check in and do my thing. And so for those that are out there, I was kind of like trying to find the most cost effective way to produce some content. So I got a little $20 webcam with a $19 Amazon light that goes along with it. Shout out to Amazon for that 2-day delivery. And as we keep moving forward, hopefully we're gonna progress as we move forward. With the background obviously looks something straight out of a disco, but we'll make it work. The other thing is, I wanted to share was my recipe that I kind of, well, I wouldn't say I made up. I got a little help from the YouTube menu because again, my wife's still out of town, so I wanted to make sure I was doing some cooking for the fellas, and I made. Well, let me start with where I came up with the idea. So, my son told me about Jollibees. For those that are not familiar, it's really what McDonald's is to the United States. Jollibees is to the Philippines, and they make spaghetti and fried chicken. And my son wanted to try it about 2 or 3 months ago. He wanted to give it a try. I said, "Yeah, why not? I've never been there." And it was quite an interesting pairing. I mean, it was spaghetti fried chicken, and the spaghetti, it was like really really sweet. I mean, it had a different flavor to it, and it had like hot dogs in it. So I was pretty, I was a little impressed by that. I mean, it's something new. So I decided to give it a run, and so I said I want to try some spaghetti. I saw what we had in the kitchen, and gave it a shot. So we made the spaghetti happen. The secret, obviously, to have it was you got to have some weenies. So we cut up some weenies. I fried them up, all beef. I don't eat the liver lip weenies; those are no good. Some hot dogs. They were pretty legit. Um, how long? They tasted pretty good. Fried them up, and then with the spaghetti that we used, just regular spaghetti. I use linguine noodles because it's got a much better texture to it, I guess. Some just regular whatever sauce. And now here's the kicker, right? So brown sugar and banana ketchup. Okay. So those are the two things that I had to pick up and I put it in. So I made the ground beef, then I made the weenies, and I put the brown sugar and the banana ketchup with the sauce, mixed it up, and then wham, bam, wham, bam. So, and then we had it with some, of course, you got to have some Texas toast, the New York brand, which makes no sense. New York brand from Walmart, Texas toast. But hey, it went hard. So that's kind of what we ate for dinner tonight. And I'm pretty proud of my little recipe. I mean, a little something, something. So, but that's kind of the that we did for dinner. So I know tomorrow is Friday. Obviously, tonight's 1/31, 2025. So I think we're probably going to eat a lot of leftovers because we had a lot of leftovers. So I want to throw it out there right now for all the fellas out there. This one's for you. Do we have any guys out there that are actually doing the cooking at home? Now, again, my beautiful wife, when she's out there doing her thing, she's making dinner, and sometimes I'll pick something up and everything, but I haven't had a chance to make a lot of food. And one of the things is, while she's been gone for the couple of days, I've been doing all the cooking and I've been having a lot of fun. I talked about what I made yesterday with the fake Italian beef. All right, it was pretty slam. But I want to hear some of the foods out there that, especially if you're working, man, it makes it really hard to come home and try to throw something on there. And a shout out to all the people, whether you're man, women, doesn't matter, whatever your gender is, whatever you identify as, it doesn't matter. But if you're the one that's out there throwing down food, hey, shout out to you, man. Much love. And the fact that you're doing it while you're working, having to hold it down, that's rough, man. That's rough. So, all right, but I got that done out of the way. Now it's time for me to go to bed. But before I go to bed, I want to show everybody what I've been kind of talking about in terms of retro. I love my games. So when I got an opportunity to play a little something something, I got to put on my retro system back on, and I want to share with everybody my favorite game. And for those of you young folk out there that may be watching this, or you're used to playing those games that got 800 buttons, I'm gonna show you one. Not as old as some of the classics, but this one's kind of like the in between. So probably my millennials know a little bit about this game. This is a millennial game, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. But actually, no, let me take that back. Let me take that back. I'm a Gen Xer, but when I was in middle school, high school, this game first came out, and I remember everybody used to put it in the arcade. We'd go to the arcades, and everybody put their quarter in there. But this was one of the late games. I call it the late games because they were more expensive than some of the other games. So I remember all games used to be a quarter from when I was growing up. Except when I went to Mexico, they were a nickel. But when I was in the stateside, whether I was anywhere in Texas or whatnot, they were a quarter. But this was one of the first games that it was a quarter to play a quarter. So what I mean by that, because basketball is four quarters. So if to play one quarter, it was one quarter. To play another one, it was another quarter. So it cost about $1 to play a full game. And that was it, man. It was so expensive. So that was kind of not the video game you want to be playing if you were on a limited fundage. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and cut to the chase. Let's kind of get to the Kool-Aid here. Let's see what we got. Y'all remember this game? Yeah. Boom shakalaka. You remember that? So this says 2011, all right? But this game was back way in the 90s. This is like the newer version. I think this is it was on the Xbox. No, was it? No, PlayStation or Xbox 2 or whatnot. But this had some of the players that, I remember playing with. Oh man, back when my teams were balling. So, got to go with my San Antonio Spurs. Oh yeah, there's my team right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's calm down. There we go. Get my San Antonio Spurs. There they are. That's right, San Antonio Spurs. Get some Let's get some Ginobili action. All right, I gotta play somebody now. This is always the move. When you used to play this game, you had to play a team that you can beat. So I'm gonna pick probably the team that I don't know anybody on here. Those are the most likely the ones you're gonna beat. But Jesus, This is back in the mid 2010s, man. There's a lot of good players out there. Ah, they weren't very well. Yeah, let's go with these guys. Who knows where they're at right now? All right, so yeah, but this was the game that we used to really go all in on, but it was more along the lines of us kind of just standing watching everybody else play, because like I said, man, $1 a game. Ooh, the Washington Wizards versus your San Antonio Spurs. So let's see if I can see if I still got it. A little something. Bam! Nope. Man. Oh man. See, and this was back when, again, I'm from the old days where you had, was it 2 buttons? This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez. 8 buttons. 9, 10, 10, 11 buttons. Dang, I can't even shoot. 11 buttons. Boom! Nope. Dang it. So with my 11 buttons, I got so used to just A and B when I'm playing on the Nintendo, or even more so. It's a little trivia. What was a 1-button game? My fellas, that was called an Atari. That's right. I like it because it was a joystick and 1 controller and 1 button. That's kind of what I liked, man. It was simple. Dude, I haven't even scored a point yet. Hold on. Damn it. Ugh! Boom! Got him. Yeah, see, the graphics on these are pretty legit, man. So, for all my old heads out there, for those of you that, like me, you're probably good for like 1 game because then the arthritis kicks in. Damn, look at that. Maui Ginobili 3. So, I do my best to try to play a game like this, but I'm good for 1 quarter. Because, but that's all you need, man. We got a lot better things to do. Let me see if I can just finish off this court. Got a minute 18. To me, that's a victory. Oh, look at this. Woo! You see that? That's called a comeback. Oh, man. Got him. So I actually bought a PlayStation 5 probably when they first came out. I don't know why either. It ain't like I freaking know how to play it. I ended up giving it to my son. And I was reading, look at me trying to be young and everything. I was reading that the Xbox was actually better for older people because they had a lot of retro games. And this is kind of like one of those situations. The problem with that is, even though they got a lot of older games, here's the thing. They still got like 10 buttons and my hands still hurt. Hey, I got 14 seconds. Oh, I remember they used to be able to push this down. It is not your house. Oh, this is my favorite part. All right. Let's see if I can hit it. Ah. Womp womp. Well, so much for that. Well, that's my game review. So I don't know about you. I kind of want to hear from you a little bit. What was your favorite game if you had one growing up? Most people that at least had something they kind of like to play or whatnot. But if you did, that's okay too. But if you did, hit me up. Again, Mario's still #1 in my world, but there's a couple games out there, and maybe later on I'll show you a couple more down the line. So, well, till the next time, it is that time of night. We call it Mimi's time, so we're gonna go ahead and go Mimi's. Hopefully, you get an opportunity to watch this later on. You're not doing nothing, and you can hear it a little bit. Whatever it is, whatever your persuasion is. And if there's something you want to hear, something you want to chat about, let me know. Hit me up. My email and information is after this. You'll hit on my slide. And I'm not going to turn around and beg you to subscribe, but that'd be nice if you clicked on it and give me a like. That would be pretty cool. But any ideas you got, I can talk about anything. I'd rather have some people hop on and see what we can kind of go with, and we'll take it from there. But till then, till the next time, to the window, to the wow. That's right. Y'all have an amazing rest of the day or night. Peace.